Hi there, welcome to another educational video documenting my Web3 expedition. So there's an upcoming airdrop that you didn't know about, and I would like to talk about, proactively within, starting with this video, because it's such an airdrop that will incite you to be productive when it comes to vibe coding. Many are reserved about venturing into this, deterred, reserved about the savviness involved, but it doesn't require that much savviness when you have tools and are aware of tools like VibeShip, basically a suite of tools that defines creates policies that defines the workings of your vibe coder referring to the likes of Cursor, Grok, ChatGPT, portals that will help you build your applications. Anyway, you'll get the gist of what I'm saying as we proceed. This video is going to focus on the airdrop and, doing the basics to qualify for it. So we are starting here, VibeShip. This is a product of a popular person on crypto Twitter known as Meta Alchemist. He's the founder of CDFI. If you have his history, tangible history within the Web3 space, you'll know of CDFI. It's a launchpad, where you can find early stage projects to support and all that. Now he has introduced Vibe Code Ship. It's a suite of tools. As you can see here, there is Ideate, there is Learn, Spawn. So this can also be your outlet to learn. To get started when it comes to, even with respect to knowledge, when it comes to vibe coding or building your applications using programming. Ideate, let's click on that and see what it has to offer. Okay, so Ideate is actually the project we want to talk about. It's called IdeaRalph. So there's going to be a token associated with IdeaRalph, and it's going to be distributed airdrop fashion. Basically, the essence of this token is to incite you to launch applications, vibe-coded applications, and where possible, institute vibe coins associated with your project. So instead of you to struggle with bootstrapping your project, sustaining your project long-term, you associate a coin with it, and that can be used to back your project. So this is the interface we want to talk about, because your use of this interface is likely going to position you for the airdrop. Another thing that I can perceive that will position you for the airdrop based on the tweets of Meta Alchemist is interacting with his posts, especially posts having to do with IdeaRalph, such as this post. So this post says, Spark is starting to become real. Spark refers to an ecosystem, but the token itself is going to be called Spark, the token that will be associated with IdeaRalph. So interacting with this post, possibly reposting it or quote tweeting it will help. So that's the very basics you can do with respect to the airdrop. Just a moment. This is becoming just a moment. I want to see this. Okay, so this is the post that announced Spark. Now, this is not the Spark being referenced. So the hashtag is Spark. Vibepreneurs who create great products and successfully execute Vibe coins will get the lion's share from Spark. Don't farm this Vibe code useful products. That is my humble advice. So this post was 16 hours ago. Now the TGE, this is 11th of February. That's the date for the TGE. So there's still enough time to qualify for this. At a basic level, you want to interact with these posts, propagate it, maybe repost it, and all that. But personally, I'm in building mode. I would even show you something I built recently. So I want to explore IdeaRalph within the course of this video, even if superficially. I'm not an expert with vibe coding. I ventured into it head on, and learned in the process. Personally, I paid for it to learn. I wouldn't mind paying to prompt, but in a bid to learn. So I would ask those questions while prompting learning. So I've ended up shipping, production ready applications with everything you can think of an app. The last one I built, I ended up spending around close to 1,000 USD prompting, but that was before the inception of IdeaRalph. With IdeaRalph, you wouldn't have to spend that much because it's defined. It has skills, it has MCP, it will basically document when you give it a draft of your project analogy, it will refine it into a document that vibe code portals can understand and all that. Anyway, I'll have multiple videos about IdeaRalph. This is my first one, by the way. I don't edit my videos, so hence the nature of this video. Let's click on Unleash. Now, this is a bit technical. So, like I said, this is my approach. I would, without reservedness, I would venture into it and basically try to troubleshoot on the spot. Now, I don't really know how to approach this, Here, you have two options. There is Claude CLI, there is Claude Desktop. Now, for the regular user, Claude Desktop will be the path. I use Claude for coding, but I use it under the hood of this different vibe code portals. So I've hardly used it directly, but I recently downloaded it. I just have it downloaded. So in my case, I would choose this Claude Desktop. Okay, so the recommended here is IdeaRalph plus Spawner skills. Recommended copy command. So I don't know this command. It looks more for CLI. Let's change to this. So here it says clone and build. Git clone. So this is a repo on GitHub. CD vibe shape. So after you have cloned it on your local PC, then you go into it, CD, and there are some installs that will take place. Wow. Now, the interesting thing is I don't think my PC is ready for this. I just got a Mac, by the way. So I'm not, I don't know how to deal with it when it comes to downloading apps safely and all that. So I'd likely do another video about this. But let's see. Git clone, just a moment. This is Mac, add to Claude Desktop config. How it works, just a moment. Add the MCP1 command. So you're adding the MCP to Claude, then exit Claude, then talk to brainstorm ideas. So what Ralph will do, it will help you brainstorm, validate, score the idea for quality, iterate, make this idea score. So these are some of the essentials that was missing. I had to prompt my way to near 100% quality, and that took a lot of funds. This is so much needed, but you need some, know-how. So how would I approach this as a newbie? Okay, so I would assume that you've downloaded the Claude Desktop. Let me just copy this and just experiment. See what will come out, assuming I just gave Claude Desktop the command. The best situation with this would be like an IDE like Cursor or Anti-Gravity. That will be the best situation. But I'm looking at a simple method that, if you are just getting started, you can get started with. So let's go Claude. Just a moment. Now, this also looks like Mac oriented. I'm not sure. Where is that, Claude? Okay. So this is Claude Desktop. You can just, I will see if in the video I'm able to put the link to Claude, but it's popular, you can easily find it. You can use ask ChatGPT even, or even on Google. Google has AI these days, so ask the official site for Claude. I believe either Claude AI, Claude.ai, works, but that's not the main. I think I'll see if I can show it in the video. So press option, type to Claude, turn on shortcut. So you see that I'm just fresh to, Claude. I've used it in the past, but not actively. You can adjust models, by the way, but it looks like to use Opus 4.5, which I use, paid for, you need to upgrade. So we'll just experiment with Sonnet. It's a lower tier, LL model when it comes to programming. This is the best one. I think you can get started if you upgrade to $20. But let's just see what will result. Let's see. I want to add IdeaRalph MCP server to Claude. So this is Claude desktop. Here is the repo. Get it done. Now, I don't know if this model can accomplish that. Let's see what is integratable here. Just a moment, I want to see. Okay, so yeah, let's see GitHub. Okay, just a moment. Don't mind that. This one, I doubt it will be able to execute. I doubt, just based on intuition. I think this one will be more conversational. Extended thinking. I think it's already on extended thinking by default. Web search. So it's able to web search. I will help you so it can actually carry it out. That's interesting to know. So I'll help you add the IdeaRalph MCP server to Claude desktop. Let me break this down. So it's already cloning the repository into but it has an error. Fatal, unable to access GitHub, could not resolve. That's interesting. I see there's a network restriction preventing me from cloning the repository directly. However, I can guide you. So this is maybe my PC. That's why, I don't like local setting up stuff locally. I mean, this is Mac, so I don't really know. I have Bit Defender. It keeps preventing stuff and all that. So this one, I would assume it's a Mac issue. So steps to add IdeaRalph MCP server to desktop, clone and build the server on your machine. So those are the steps we saw earlier. So what it did here is it basically broke this code into this 4. So one by one if you want. So locate your Claude desktop config file. So you would need to look for this file and likely put it inside the file. Edit the config file to add the MCP server. So it's trying to bypass the restrictions. I would try to do it, but left to me, I would end up, removing some of the firewall and all that. So Mac OS. So basically what it's saying is you have to go to, this is like a bypass. So Windows, it's easy for me. Mac, I don't even know how to find files, but let's say you go to Finder. So you have to look for not the installed app, the files that make it up. So under library, let's just type library. Where is library here? Gosh, just a moment. I don't know if it's under documents. No, under PC, desktop, maybe this. Let me see the path download. It's not something I'll be able to do online. I can do it, by the way. You have to persist. You have to have the, the persistence for this. But let me explain let me see if I can explain it better. My limitation here is just Mac. How to find, where is that? Where is desktop? Okay. So library, application support, Claude config. So first I need to find library. I don't even know where to find library. Library, application support. How is it, Terry? Documents. Okay, let's go back. Is it under applications? Let me see here. No, it's not under applications. Library. It can even be here. Because if we paste this, I don't think it will find it. It may not be labeled like this. Okay, let's try here. Library. Just a moment, please. Oh, why is it so hard? Windows. Show in Finder. Sit in download. Open, show package contents. Okay, somewhere here. Let's see this cloud. It's not. Wow. Can we search inside this? Oh, it's not. Config.json. No. Just a moment. I just want to give you like a small gist of it. So something like this, it's usually a text file. This config.json, then you will need to edit it. It's opening it in anti-gravity. Why? Just straight up open. So it's usually like this. See, although this is not. Oh, this is opening it in anti-gravity. You can open with notes. I don't even know if I don't know if Mac has Notepad opened with. Okay, notes. So you can open it. When you find it, then you put in the edits that that Claude tells you to add. Then you save it. Then when you save it, you would have done the bypass. So locate your desktop config. Okay. Edit the config file to add the MCP server. Open the config file. But there's something missing here. There's something missing. Replace full path with actual absolute path where you clone. Restart CLUD. Let me see here. So full path to locate your desktop, clone and build a server, steps to add. So we've missed this part. Steps to add, clone and build a server on your machine. Git clone cd. So this one you would have to run this first. This one. You would have to run this first. Then you would have to put this inside the config. So we missed this step. Now this one, you can use like anti-gravity or or cursor if you have it. Putting these commands there, or you can also use. I've never used the terminal on this PC, so I don't even know how to find it. I'm not going to do it, by the way, in this video. Okay, so you can likely use terminal because I'm not used to this Mac, so I'm still learning it. But here you can run this command inside this dark screen. But I don't want to do it now. I would have to do some small due diligence just because of Mac. Mac, I'm not used to it and all that. So, but this should be able to run here. Yes. So that's about it for this video. If you have, I believe you can also, if you have a GitHub desktop, you can also use that. Anyway, so let's stop here. Next video will be more of a tutorial. I would have been set up then, and I would be launching an application showing you how to do that. So I have an application in mind that I want to build and add a Vibe coin to it. Let's make do with this video. This video on Mac is going to be like, I will need to stop it. It's going to be like 2 GB or so. Yes, before I go, this was the app I built. I'm working on 15 applications, by the way. This one is, I talk about airdrops a lot. So I've had a site, airdropc.com, for a long time. So I've decided to build an app for it. It's an execution layer for airdrops. For my personal use, by the way, because I don't end up carrying out the airdrop activities. I've done like thousands of videos about airdrops, but I don't usually end up fulfilling the airdrop activities, being active and all that. So this will fix that, but it has many other features. Rev fix, gas fix, a community, point system, everything you can think of. It's a PWA. You can add it to your home screen. It has push notifications. It has an admin, very elaborate admin portal. So yes, and you would see the evolution because this started from this. So this is where it all started. Revamped it into what you are saying here. So yes. Yes. So there are easier ways to use IdeaRalph, but if you want to go easy, then you will have to pay. You would have to pay because if you were to use like a cloud-oriented Vibe code portal, then you wouldn't have to go through this hassle of building locally, and it will remove some of the know-how required, the setup environment required. It basically simplifies matters tangibly, but you would have to pay. So that will be another video. you know, where I see that the hassle is too much for those just getting started, I'll then feature that as an option. So that's about it for this video. Don't forget, when you're on AirDrop C, you can subscribe to AirDrop reminders, follow my socials, and if you want to see my own hustle with vibe coding and all that, you know, I'm just getting started, like I say, there is a channel. It will give you inspiration as well. So you can see my own journey of struggles here. So stay awesome, take action.